Day 21. We're continuing with types of orders. So let's begin. Before comparing alternative trading practices and competing securities markets, it's helpful to begin with an overview of the types of trades an investor might wish to have executed in these markets. Broadly speaking, there are two types of orders: market orders and orders contingent on price. Market orders. Market orders are buy or sell orders that are to be executed immediately at current market prices. For example, our investor might call her broker and ask for the market price of Facebook. The broker might report back that the best bid price is $118.34 and the best ask price is $118.36, meaning that the investor would need to pay $118.36 to purchase a share and could receive $118.34 a share if she wished to sell some of her own holdings of Facebook. The bid ask spread in this case is $0.02. So an order to buy 100 shares at market would result in a purchase at $118.36, and an order to sell at market would be executed at $118.34. This simple scenario is subject to a few potential complications. First, the posted price quotes actually represent commitments to trade up to a specified number of shares. If the market order is for more than this number of shares, the order may be filled at multiple prices. For example, if the ask price is good for orders up to 300 shares and the investor wishes to purchase 500 shares, it may be necessary to pay a slightly higher price for the last 200 shares. Figure 3.3, wait, let me read that again one second. This simple scenario is subject to a few potential complications. First, the posted price quotes actually represent commitments to trade up to a specified number of shares. If the market orders for more than this number of shares, the order may be filled at multiple prices. For example, if the ask price is good for orders up to 300 shares and the investor wishes to purchase 500 shares, it may be necessary to pay a slightly higher price for the last 200 shares. Okay, I understand. Figure 3.3 shows the average depth of the markets for shares of stock, that is the total number of shares offered for trading at the best bid and ask prices. Notice that the depth is considerably higher for the large stocks in the S&P 500 than for the smaller stocks that constitute the Russell 2000 index. Depth is considered another component of liquidity. Second, another trader may beat our investor to the court, meaning that her order would then be executed at a worse price. Finally, the best price quote may change before her order arrives, again causing execution at price different from the one quoted at the moment of the order. Price contingent orders. Investors also may place orders specifying prices at which they are willing to buy or sell a security. A limit buy order may instruct the broker to buy some number of shares if and when Facebook may be obtained at or below a stipulated price. Conversely, a limit sell instructs the broker to sell if and when the stock price rises above a specified limit. A collection of limit orders waiting to be executed is called a limit order book. So let me read that again one second. So price contingent orders. Investors also may place orders specifying prices at which they are willing to buy or sell a security. A limit buy order may instruct the broker to buy some number of shares if and when Facebook may be obtained at or below the stipulated price. Conversely, a limit sell instructs the broker to sell if and when the stock price rises above a specified limit. A collection of limit orders waiting to be executed is called a limit order book. Figure 3.4 is a portion of the limit order book of shares for shares on Facebook taken from the BATS exchange, one of the several electronic exchanges. More on these shortly. Notice that the best orders are at the top of the list. The offers to buy at the highest price and sell at the lowest price. The buy and sell orders at the top of the list, 118.34 and 118.36, are called the inside quotes. They are the highest buy and lowest sell orders. The inside spread at this time was only 2 cents. Notice how, however, the order sizes at the inside quotes can be fairly small. If investors interested in larger trades face an effective spread greater than the nominal one because they cannot execute their entire trades at the inside price quotes. So we get 3.3 is the average depth of the markets for shares of stock. That is the total number of shares offered for trading at the best bid and ask prices. So figure 3.3 is this. Large S&P 500 and small sub firms. So what's going on here? Y-axis is average depth. Okay, some of the shares offered. The black line is the S&P 500 firms and the dotted line is the Russell 2000 firms. And then this is a timeline. Concept check 3.3. What type of trading order might you give to your broker in each of the following circumstances? A. You want to buy shares of Facebook to diversify your portfolio. You believe the share price is approximately at the fair value. You want the trade done quickly and cheaply. So what type of trading order you might give to your broker in each of the following circumstances? You want to buy shares of Facebook to diversify your portfolio. Share price is approximately at the fair value. You want the trade to be done quickly and cheaply. So then you would give a market order, right? Yeah, you would give a market order because you want it to be done quickly and cheaply. So yeah, market order. Okay. You want to buy shares of Facebook, but you believe that the current stock price is too high given the firm's prospects. If the shares could be obtained at a price 5% lower than the current value, you would like to purchase the shares of portfolio. This is a price contingent order. Contingent order. So I'll basically tell my broker that, hey, if the price drops below 5%, then buy the shares, and if it doesn't, then don't. So it's contingent on the price, therefore the order's name. Part C, you believe your shares of Facebook are already priced generously and you are inclined to sell them, but there's a chance that price fluctuations might result in a short-lived increase of a few dollars per share. If the shares were to increase by $4, you are convinced that it will be greatly overpriced and you would want to sell immediately. So again, this is a price contingent order, but in the opposite, like you're selling in this case. And in the previous part, you were buying them, basically. Price contingent order. So yeah, that is it. And yeah, in this one, in the first two, it was buy, and then the C part, it was sell. So yeah, that was that. Now we'll start trading mechanisms. So trading mechanisms, an investor who wishes to buy, let me underline. An investor who wishes to buy, oh, also I need to like develop a habit of underlining and reading, because before this, in the first two chapters, I already like underlined everything because I'd done it before, like a year ago. But from here on out, everything is new. Like I've never read it, I've never touched it. So I need to develop a habit of underlining in a nice way, in a neat way, which helps me focus while reading as well. So yeah, let's begin. Trading mechanisms. An investor who wishes to buy or sell shares will place an order with a brokerage firm. The broker charges a commission for arranging the trade on the client's behalf. Brokers have several avenues by which they can execute that trade, that is, find a buyer or seller and arrange for the shares to be exchanged. Broadly speaking, there are three trading systems employed in the United States: over-the-counter dealer (OTC), over-the-counter dealer markets, yeah, OTC markets, electronic communication networks, and specialist markets. So electronic trading is by far the most prevalent and popular, but the best known markets such as NASDAQ or the NYSE actually use a variety of trading procedures. So before you delve into specific markets, it's useful to understand the basic operation of each type of trading system. So this is when we are getting like really practical, and finally we are like getting into it. So yeah, Facebook, FB, Nasdaq, GS, watch list. Yeah. So the current price of Facebook is $118.34, and so yeah, this is the order book. Yeah, we were talking about this on the previous page, figure 3.4. So yeah, dealer markets. So again, we'll cover dealer markets. Roughly 35,000 securities trade on the OTC market. Thousands of brokers register with the SEC as security dealers. Dealers quote prices at which they're willing to buy or sell securities. A broker then executes a trade by contacting a dealer, listing an attractive quote. Before 1971, all OTC quotations were recorded manually and published daily on so-called pink sheets. In 1971, the National Association of Securities Dealers introduced its automatic quotation system, or NASDAQ. Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. The link brokers and dealers, to link brokers and dealers in a computer network where price quotes could be displayed and revised, dealers could use the network to display the bid price at which they were willing to purchase a security and the ask price at which they were willing to sell. The difference in these prices, the bid-ask spread, was the source of the dealer's profit. Brokers representing clients could examine quotes over the computer network, contact the dealer with the best quote, and execute a trade. As originally organized, NASDAQ was more of a price quotation system than a trading system. While brokers could survey, bid, and ask prices across a network of dealers and search for the best trading opportunity, actual trades require direct negotiation, often over the phone, between investors, broker, and the dealer in the security. However, as we will see, NASDAQ is no longer a mere price quotation system. While dealers still post bid and ask prices over the network, what is now called the NASDAQ stock market allows for electronic execution of trades, and the vast majority of trades are executed electronically. So, one second, let me read that again. Bid ask price was the source of the dealer's profit. Brokers represented the examine the quotes, contact the dealer with the best quote, execute trade, organized, and NASDAQ is more of a price quotation system than a trading system. To say when the price is trading opportunity has to taste direct negotiation. On the phone, investors, broker, and the dealer in the security. NASDAQ is no longer viewed as a trading system, but leaders first way on the network, original score, NASDAQ stock market. Okay, so basically now you can like obviously conduct electronic execution of trades on NASDAQ. So that's cool. Now we have electronic communication networks, ECNs. Electronic communication networks, ECNs, allow participants to post market and limit orders over computer networks. The limit order is available to all participants. An example of such an order book from BATS. One of the leading ECNs appears in figure 3.4. Figure 3.4. Orders that can be crossed, that is, matched against another order, are executed automatically without requiring the intervention of a broker. For example, in order to buy a share at a price of $50 or lower, will be immediately executed if there is an outstanding ask price of $50. Therefore, ECNs are true trading systems, not merely price quotation systems. ECNs offer several advantages: direct crossing of trades without using a broker-dealer system, eliminating the bid-ask spread that otherwise would be incurred. Instead, trades are automatically crossed at modest cost, typically less than a penny per share. ECNs are attractive as well because of the spread with which trade can be executed. Finally, these systems offer investors considerable anonymity in their trades. Specialist markets. Specialist systems have been largely replaced by electronic communication networks, but as recently as 2 decades ago, They were still the dominant means by which stocks were traded. In these systems, exchanges such as the NYSE assigned responsibility for managing the trading in each security to a specialist. Brokers wishing to buy or sell shares for their clients direct the trade to the specialist's post on the floor of the exchange. While each security is assigned to only one specialist, each specialist firm makes a market in many securities. The specialist maintains the limit order of the book of all outstanding unexecuted limit orders. When orders can be executed at market prices, the specialist executes or crosses the trade. The highest outstanding bid price and the lowest outstanding ask price win the trade. Specialists are also mandated to maintain a fair and orderly market. When the book of limit buy and sell orders is so thin that the spread between the highest bid price and the lowest ask price becomes too wide, in this case, the specialist firm would be expected to offer buy and sell shares from its own inventory at a narrower bid-ask spread. In this role, the specialist serves as a dealer in the stock and provides liquidity to the other dealers. In this context, liquidity providers are those who stand willing to buy securities or sell securities to other traders. Uh, So I think we'll keep it short today. I'll only cover that much. Feeling a little dehydrated, so I'll just drink some water. But yeah, that was it for today. And yeah, thank you.